Wait! Wait! Don't click off the video yet! Okay, hey. Welcome back to Stay at Home Garage. My name is Tony. Today, we're working on a 1967 Lincoln Continental Convertible. We're going to replace the coil. Stay tuned. I gotta run more. Okay. Every car has its own story, but they all have something in common. They each need someone to help them tell that story. And that's where you and I come in. Now, I'm no expert. I've learned what I can over the years, but I do this for fun in my driveway like so many of you. And that's what this channel is about. We're going to try some new things, we're gonna laugh, and we're gonna have fun with cars. My name is Tony, and this is Stay at Home Garage. This is my father's 1967 Lincoln Continental Convertible. I will show you all around it because I think this car is absolutely amazing. It has, well, whenever we bought it, it had 42,000 original miles. Just let that soak in for a second. 42,000 original miles. Now, we've done a lot of work to it. I'll show you guys what it actually looked like whenever we saw it on the first day. This is the first day that we saw it. We found it in the storage unit, and I could tell by the look on my dad's face, yep, that one right there, I knew we were gonna get this car. Now, as you can see, it looks a little bit different than it did in those pictures. We painted it black, and we also changed the interior. So our whole idea for this car was we wanted it to be like you are driving a recliner that looked like a tuxedo. I mean, who wouldn't want to drive a lazy boy tuxedo? It's like a tuxedo t-shirt, but more elegant and comfortable. Come on, who doesn't want that? But anyway, the reason why we're working on it today is because the wife and I are actually planning on taking this out on a date night tonight. But before we do that, there's a little bit of a miss going on in the engine. It is still running, it's still fine. I think it might be ignition. So something that we're gonna try today, because it needs to happen anyway, is we're gonna change out the ignition coil. So come along and we're gonna go have some fun in a Lincoln. Also, welcome back shorts, because it's still scorching hot. I don't like shorts, I'm ready for fall. Come on, fall. I already got my pumpkin spice. Also, we need to welcome back a special guest, Camber 2. Welcome back, Camber 2. Do you know how much I missed you, Camber 2? I bet you do. And don't you need some cuckoo? I was trying to rhyme. Okay. Look how long this thing is. It is like that's in another zip code. We're in Oklahoma here. I'm pretty sure that back there's Texas. Okay. First things first, let's get this hood popped. We're gonna go in here. Let's see, all the gizmos and gadgets in here. We're gonna guess that the button that says hood is the one that we need. Let's see. Pull. Oh yeah, there it is. This engine is a 462, and you can tell that because it says 462 right there. But actually, no, this is the numbers matching original engine to this vehicle. The part that we are going to be replacing today is this guy right here. Now, one of the reasons why I want to replace him is because it's been cutting out a little bit. It's like you'll be operating on all cylinders, and then now you're not. And you have great spark, and then maybe you don't. And so we're gonna try replacing the coil and see if that helps. Regardless, I want to go ahead and replace the coil anyway, whether the problem is the coil or not, because that's the original coil, which is really cool, and we're going to keep it for sure for the originality of this vehicle. But we just want to make sure that everything is tip-top, especially whenever I'm going to take my wife out on a date. I don't want to be stranded on the side of the road, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, we're going to replace that, so we're going to get in here, and I'll show you what we're going to do. top floor, Lincoln department. First things first, we need to get this old coil off. Make sure that if you care about your paint, you put something down. I don't have anything currently. My GTO, I have some stuff to put down. Don't have anything for this one. We'll just be extra careful, so make sure you look at anything. Can anything scratch it? Nope, nothing. Okay, except for me. First things first, we're going to get this old one off. Got to get this bracket off real quick so we can slide the old coil out. I'm going to put that screw there so I forget that it's there. Okay. Make sure that whenever you're replacing a coil, you look at which wire goes where. Which one's the negative, which one's the positive. I mean, if you hook it up backwards, whenever you go back, it won't start. You know, let's try to do it right the first time. Yep, okay. While I'm in here, I'm right next to the cap, distributor cap, and it doesn't look like any of those are off, so that's cool. We're going to take the coil wire off here. That one is looking good. Looks good. Okay. Okay, we need to make sure we can tell where these are coming out. So I'm going to see if I can slide this out. I'm going to take this guy off first. Okay, so I found this very interesting. Typically on all the cars that I've worked on, the positive and negative wires that go on the coil are all screw-on, or you put them on and you put a nut over them. These, you just slide them on and they stay on. I thought that was interesting. I guess that's what happens when it's original. Okay, that one goes there. That one goes there. We're gonna remember where things go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of greasy. All right, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to remember this is distributor side. This is battery side. Good to remember. Oh, can you hear me? I'm sorry. Your microphone is pointing down. Also, something I forgot to mention is anytime you're working with ignition stuff, you should probably disconnect your battery. Did I do that? No, I didn't do that. Do as I say, not as I do. Sometimes don't even do as I do. Because if you do that, then you might be in doo-doo. I don't know. It'll be fine. Oh, righty then. Let's look at our coils. What movie is that from? Should be a pretty easy one. Here's our old one. Straight out of 1967. It looks pretty old. Something I found interesting is on our original one, this wire connection is labeled distributor. This wire connection is labeled BAT for battery, not Batman. Who'd have thought? Anyway, Batman probably would have driven a Lincoln Continental in 67. I mean, it kind of looks like a Batmobile already. All right, we're getting off topic. On our new one, it's just labeled negative and positive. Now, you might be saying, well, Tony, what do I do? Well, how do I know which one goes to what? I'll tell you. The negative one goes to the distributor. So, distributor, negative. Positive goes to battery. Now you know. So now let's install our new one. Negative, distributor, positive, battery. So if we were paying attention to how this one came out without even looking where the wires are going, if it was running when it came in here, we put those wires right back onto where they were on this one to this one. Should start right back up, right? Theoretically, yes. Let's see. That's why we make videos, to find out things. All right, if we do things right, this might be a pretty short video for once. The last one was almost an hour. That's all right. I just like talking to you guys. Can you blame me? You guys are so cool. I mean it. I love you guys. All right. Put the screw back in. Make sure you cross start it, because that just means it's never going to come out. Again, do as I... Well, that's what I said. Don't do as I say. Don't do that. Okay, we put this one back. Let's make sure we are on the negative side. I can't see. Can you see that? I can't see if it's negative. Okay, I feel it. I feel the negative sign. We're putting the negative back on here. Negative. On. Negative. AKA distributor side. Okay. Now we need to find the positive. There's our positive. AKA battery or ignition. Whatever you want to call it. Seems like we're on. All right. Let's turn on the ignition and see what happens. I mean, we're in everything. That, as any Southern boy says, that ain't going nowhere. Nervous. Let's see if we did it right. Also, my hands are real dirty. That's one thing about having a white interior. I'm so afraid I'm going to get it dirty. Okay. Let's see. Safety neutral switch needs work. All right. Take 2. Fix the safety neutral switch real quick. There we go. We're running. We did it. Horn works. All right. Looks like we got it. As you can hear, we definitely have an exhaust manifold leak. We are not going to do that today because I don't know if you can, that's hard to get to. They're really hard to get to. So we're not going to do the exhaust manifold gasket today, but good enough for us to go on our date tonight. Hey, speaking of our date, you want to go? Come on, we got the room. We could fit a family of 9 in the back seat. This thing's humongous. So why don't you come on our date with us? I mean, maybe only 3's not a crowd, or 600, or 1,000, or maybe 2,000. How many people's gonna see this video? Maybe more than that. Also, since we're talking about it, thank you to those who have subscribed. I really appreciate it. You guys are friends of mine. Thank you. I really appreciate that. For those of you who haven't subscribed, just trying to get this YouTube channel off the ground. So let's subscribe. Let's grow this stay-at-home garage family, right? Because if anything in the car culture, we family. That's a car reference. Come on, you guys know that movie. Okay, guys, look what I found. So we're jumping spark. Let's jump in and figure out why we're jumping spark right there. I'm glad that we saw that. Let's fix that. So we found that we're jumping spark between one of the spark plug wires and this air cleaner. My dad told me recently that he took off the air cleaner. So let's see if we can figure out why it decided to start jumping spark. So we'll take this thing off first. So it probably didn't need a new coil, but you know what? We'll do it anyway. We'll do it. We already did it. See if we can scoot this around a little bit. We're gonna reconfigure some things here. Man, I gotta tell you guys, I love working on old cars. Don't you? I mean it. I really do love working on them because they're so, and compared to what we have today, especially those electrical things, those computers on wheels, just have, they're just so much more simple. So it looks like someone, I don't know if this was my dad or what, but they put these protective sleeves on here. And I bet that was because someone had this problem in the past. So let's put our air cleaner back on. What I love is this thing is so big. It's like the Titanic. That says front on it, because people might be looking at this like, I don't know, it's something. Let's put it on somewhere. All right. Now let's start it and see if we can see any sparking. I feel like it's running smoother. Okay, we're going to put this guy back on. And I think let's go take it for a test drive. What do you think? Let's do that. Test drive time. There we go. Let's take this thing on a drive. We'll put the top down later tonight, but this thing, 1967, and everything still works. Don't worry, that goes down. It just needs some help sometimes. But the back one went down great. We'll just, here. We're gonna, hold on. It'll be fine, hold on. Nope, wrong one. Yeah, there we go. See? Went down. All right, let's go on this test drive. All right, let's do this thing. Let's go this way. Man, that exhaust leak is getting a little bit bad, but it's okay. It's okay. Hey, okay. Feels like we're running on all 8 right now. It's not cutting out. We'll do a little bit more driving and see what we can do here. But so far, so good. Okay. Okay. Golly, it's been a little while since I've driven this thing. It is seriously like driving a recliner. Because also my dad, he's a tall man, and he just leans so far back. It's hilarious. But yeah, so far so good, I think. All right. Man, this thing, it just floats across everything. Man, that's funny. That would be a successful test drive. So, I'll see you tonight for date night. Welcome to date night! So like I said, this is my parents' car. They let me work on it today to fix it for them, but then also out on a date night. I don't know what it is with the older generation. They need glasses for every occasion. We have a plethora of glasses to choose from. Yeah. So enjoy this. I'm gonna give a character for every glass. Hey, you go fishing? I feel the need for speed. We have to be at soccer practice at 9. Really wish this line would hurry up. But for real. Hey, look, I'm Tony. These are my glasses. Best ones for last. They come in a bag. Let's see, I don't even know what these look like. Let's see. This is the big reveal here. Okay. If we don't get a Starbucks right now, this glitter's gonna dimmer, and we don't dimmer, we simmer, okay? Let's go. These are actually really nice. I can see clear for some reason. I think that's all of them. And that was waiting in line for the drive-in. faster. Well, guys, we are going to call that a successful day and a wonderful date night. That was fun. If you have a drive-in in your town, go to it. It's fun. Sometimes date nights, the classics are the best. Today was a successful day. We had a great day. We put on a new ignition coil. Did it need a new ignition coil? Well, maybe it didn't, but it has a new one, and we're going to keep the old one, which was the original one. Did a little research, looked around, was the original one that came on it in 1967. Man, that is whenever they built things to last, that's for sure. But we put a new one on. We're going to keep the old one for a spare. But we found out why it was missing. It was an ignition problem, just wasn't the coil. What we found was it was the spark plug wires. There's some spark plug wires that were coming off of the distributor cap that was rubbing up against the air filter, and it was jumping spark right there. And so we weren't, sometimes we were running on all 8, sometimes we were running on 7, sometimes we were running on 6. And so we had some protective sleeves that were in there, and so we went ahead and just scooted those protective sleeves back up to where they originally were, and that solved our problem. I just double checked it out here in the yard in complete blackness and dark, so that way I could see if I could see any other lightning trying to escape. Nope. All the lightning is back in there where it needs to be, where Zeus wants it. It's a Disney reference, whatever. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please take a moment to like, comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Like I said, just trying to get this channel up and going and trying to help tell the stories that these old cars have to take, or these old cars have. We've taken this 1967 Lincoln Continental that was in storage in a downtown U-Haul building to a date night tonight. And although I didn't get to document that whole journey, we got to document a part of it. And these are the things that you can do in your car. Does it have to be a 67 Lincoln Continental? Absolutely not. It can be whatever you have in your backyard. Get it running, get it going. Take your wife, take your girlfriend, take a friend, whatever. Take them to a movie, take them to a drive-in movie, have fun, sit back and relax. Just like the good old days. Well, guys, I'm going to go inside. It's hot. Still pretty hot. But shorts were a good choice today. Do I like them? No, I don't. Will I be in shorts next time? You'll have to tune in. Okay. Let's close this. This barely fits in here. I have an inch and an inch. Close the door. Scary. Bye.